Am I held in contempt from your perch where all knowledge, wants, and needs resides at your beckoning call? He who has done nothing to deserve has reserved this right to judge me, one who has plunged myself into myself to extract only the beautiful parts deemed worthy by you, who has done nothing of merit or even humored an attempt at this journey into the scary parts of oneself, found cowering at the sight of the fact that you are me, or even worse. So pass the buck, coward, and stunt your growth. I still see you. I noticed I do the same thing after every poem. I exhale real deep. It's hard to, if you saw my writing, it's hard to even see where what begins and what ends. So that's why it's read the way it is sometimes. But this poem as a whole is just about people who are quick to judge even though they have no leg to stand on to do so. Just they and haven't even gone through what someone has gone through, or even gone through any tribulation for that matter. Those are, I'm noticing in society, those are the quickest ones to judge and write someone off. And it's crazy to me. It's honestly fascinating to me. It truly is fascinating. Because I don't think that way. I did at one point in time, and I guess I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn what it is to want not so much acknowledgement, but just to want to not be written off, to not be just judged to be something I'm not before even getting to know me. It's funny how things don't become a necessity until they're a necessity. Or aren't a necessity until they're a necessity. And I do mean necessity. It's hard to go through life like that. It really is. It's a hard thing. Because I literally mean no harm. In fact, I want to help. That's what's sad, I want to help more than anything. That's the crazy part. But that's where I say, am I held in contempt? I truly mean contempt. I have a contempt for me unwarranted by a lot of people. Just, there's no reason I should be held in contempt the way I am sometimes. And that's why I asked the question. From your perch where all knowledge, wants, and needs resides. I mean that in the sense that they judge like they're on high, they know. They know everything. They literally have a book that has every account of you as a person, and they know you to the core of who you are, and they judge. That's literally how they judge. And it's mind-blowing. It really is mind-blowing, because literally all it would take is one conversation, just one, and you would be like, I was completely wrong about that guy. And I don't just mean me. I mean, I do mean me right there, but I'm saying, this happens a lot in society. It's messed up. I have done this to people, and I'm sorry if I've done this to you. I truly am sorry, because it took a long time to get to where I am now, and it was a hard road, and I had to go through a lot of shit to get here, to get to where I am, as a person. And I'm sorry if I judged someone too harshly before even knowing them, because it's a crappy thing to have it happen to you. He who has done nothing to deserve has reserved this right to judge me, one who has plunged myself into myself to extract only the beautiful parts deemed worthy by you, who has done nothing of merit or even humored at an attempt of this journey into the scary parts of oneself. I had a little bit of a run-on sentence there. But yeah, like, it just blows my mind and truly is fascinating, because I literally don't even have that train of thought anymore. Like, my mind no longer, I literally could not think this way even if I tried to. Like, I could not. I automatically go to why might that person be thinking that way? Maybe not every time. In anger, I'm quick to not judge, but I'm quick to just hand out why someone's doing something before I know for sure why. And I suck for that, and I'll admit that. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying that people that don't even begin to do that have never even took the time to learn who they are as a person, good or bad, and had to see parts of themselves that they don't like. And I don't mean I have parts, I have parts I don't like about myself, but they're not inherent bad parts. I have parts about my mental health I don't like. Like, I get a sense of dread at just being in the world sometimes, and that I don't like. It's not bad. I'm not a bad person for it, but I don't like that about me at all. I don't think anybody who felt that would like that one bit, but it's a part of me and it sucks. But there are people who literally don't have to go through that, have never had to go through any of that hell. And I do mean hell, that's hell. It sucks. It really sucks, dude. But haven't gone through anything like that, have almost had 0 times where they had to compromise or do anything they didn't want to do, but they are always the quickest ones, pretty much. Always. And it's a fucking shame, like, that's where we are, like, as a society. And just, I'm not saying I'm better, but what do you do for your fellow man? And literally, like, I've said it before, like, what are we doing if not that? If not trying to better ourselves and each other? Like, what are we here for? Is that not what God wants? Like, it's crazy to me, like, that we just write people off and it's me. Now, like, I get people that have a family and stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying you're trash for only worrying about them. Yeah, you're a good dude for that. That's good for you. Or woman. Any of you. That's awesome. I'm just talking people in your everyday life that doesn't even want anything from you. Just doesn't want to be looked at a certain way. And I don't feel I'm asking much in asking people to do that, or telling them that they suck for doing that, because that they suck for not doing that, because you do suck for that. Like, for just straight up writing someone off before you even know them. And honestly, that person honestly doesn't want anything other than to see you flourish. Like, that's really all I want for anybody anymore. Really, I really have no ill will towards anyone. None at all. For real. That's real. I have people I don't like what they have done to me and don't like what they do, but I literally do not spend time thinking about how my life would be better if they weren't doing well. Not even a little bit, dude. Like, not even. I literally have none of that in me. Like, I'm too worried about how I'm going to just function on a what is muscle memory level for everyone else. Like, that's literally all I really think about. So I really can say that. Does that make me better than people? No. But as far as like being better, like, yeah, I feel I'm a better human being than someone, and fuck me for saying that if that pisses people off, but yeah, I truly do. I'm not a perfect human being. I wronged someone the other day, and I'm sorry I wronged you, dude. It was fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna try and make it right. But I'm just saying, like, I don't write people off, like, and I won't. And I want to lift. I'm trying to lift people up, man. I'm not trying. It's crazy. It's crazy I even have to talk about this. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like I'm fucking scolding children talking about society, and that's a fucking shame. That's a shame I'm talking like this to, like, society as a whole. But really, like, look inward, dude. Like, don't look at me. Don't look at me like, oh, he's just a fucking asshole, or just I don't like what he's saying. You have that left brain and that left brain hemisphere in the back of your mind. I don't like what he's saying. It's different than how I feel about myself. It's different from the narrative I'm trying to write about myself. Fuck him. Like, literally, just look inward, dude. See if you maybe have done that to somebody. See if maybe you were quick to judge somebody maybe a week, just this past week. Like, was I maybe too hard on that person for no reason? You might have been. You might do that every day. Shit, you might watch this video and do that right after you get off YouTube. And if you do, you suck. But who am I? Found cowering at the sight of the fact that you are me, or even worse. So pass the buck, coward, and stunt your growth. I still see you. That's just me saying that if you're not gonna even make an attempt to better yourself by looking at the things that you do, then that's whatever. I still see you for who and what you are. And that's just not somebody I really want in my life, or even want to be, or even I want to have a part of my reality, because I'm just trying to make me better and hopefully help people out in the process. And that's the sole reason I do this. Like, yeah, I'm ranting in this one and I'm mad because it does spur anger in me that I even have to talk about this. Like, I really don't get how we still do that with everything you see on TV and everything we preach, like, about accepting all facets of people, like, and I'm not even somebody, like, I'm really not even somebody that I really don't get how I am perceived the way I am sometimes, because I mean zero harm. In fact, I only want to help, and it just sucks that happens to me, and it sucks if it happens to other people. I hope other people don't go through that a lot, but yeah, man, it's really shitty. And thank God I'm able to handle it. Like, you got kids in there, like, you got kids in school that are automatically renting off, man. I dread thinking, or even just thinking about how some kids are treated in schools. And a lot of times, like, renting off by the teacher when they're just trying to, like, reach out and say, like, holding their hands out and, like, screaming out inside themselves, somebody fucking help me, because no one is even taking the time. And that really breaks my heart, man, to think that kids go through that. Because it's rough, dude. Like, it's rough to go through that. And when really all they want is just understanding, you know? And if kids see this, man, just know it gets better. Like, I was actually on the opposite side of the spectrum when I was your age, so I was literally the one that was probably mean to you, and this is probably my punishment now, which is fine. I deserve it, you know. I deserve what I get now. So really, this this whole poem was irrelevant, but because I am literally complaining about something I brought on myself. But I just hope no kids have to go through that. You know, it's really it's a shame, and honestly, and I'm not trying to put my shit on everybody. I'm just trying to make awareness for this, because it's not good. Like I am literally, I get shit on for my mental health sometimes, and it's literally beyond my control. And my mental health isn't even all that gnarly. I just get unreal anxiety, and I never used to. It's so weird. It manifested out of nowhere. It's honestly, it's more insane that it came from someone like me, because I used to just be comfortable in any situation, literally any situation. I was cool, and then a switch flipped in my head and was like, hey, everything that you used to not give a fuck about, you give a fuck about now. And now we're here, and I'm ranting about it in poetry slams on YouTube. But I honestly, if it made it to where I can write poetry and maybe help a kid or two on YouTube, then it was all worth it. And that's what it's all about. And that's all this channel is, man. Just make it better for the ones after us. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. But have a good day.